Hey guys, welcome back to Friction Grand Rapids. My name's Coach Bobby. Today we're gonna work on the split jerk. So with this movement, this is one of the more stable positions for lifting weight from shoulder to overhead. It's a little bit more technical, so you definitely want to check out some of the previous videos on shoulder to overhead, like the shoulder press, push jerk. This would be the next progression, and it allows you to lift more weight, and it starts to give you the skills that you would see in traditional Olympic weightlifting. All right, guys, so the first drill you need to do to figure out how you'll do the split jerk is to do a push test. This is an option if you have a partner. Ideally, the partner doesn't tell the person that's working on the split jerk that we're gonna do a push test. You can also do a fall test, but push test looks like this and say, hey, Trina, we're gonna figure out which leg is your dominant leg. Go ahead and just balance in a nice tall posture, and then you push their back. Their dominant leg is gonna come forward, and that's the way we want to progress into the next drill. All right, guys, so now that we've established which leg is her dominant leg, we're gonna use chalk and we're gonna mark out some lines. So what this will do is give her some targets on where to put her foot, because we want to develop this muscle memory to consistently hit the exact same footwork so that every split jerk looks the same, and that's just gonna help us create consistency so that we're comfortably hitting those spots under heavy weight. So first thing we do is grab a block of chalk, draw a line right in front of her feet. She's gonna take her dominant leg, her right leg, and put it right in front of the chalk line, and we're gonna mark right there. And then she'll take her other leg, she's gonna bring it back 1 foot length, and then place that one right behind the other one. So we're gonna draw a chalk line right there. So if she takes her right leg, throws it up there, that's her split stance length, and then we're gonna have her just bend her legs into that position. So if we look at the front foot, it's flat, the knee is stacked over the foot, and then her back leg, she's on her forefoot, and it kind of looks like she's in a sprinter start. She's got pressure through the forefoot, and then the heel is high. So once her feet are set in there, the first thing we're gonna do is a static hold. So 30 seconds actively separating the floor, or if you're standing on 2 mats, think about spreading the 2 mats with your feet, and you should notice that your hips lock in. The next thing we'd have her do is tighten up her core and then actively press her arms overhead. So this will give her a good feel for how much tension she needs to have there, and then the next step would teach her how to use her legs in the movement. So we do a pulse in this position, which means we're just gonna bend the legs a few inches and then come right back up. You can do 5 to 10 reps there, just get a feel for it. So she go ahead and relax out of there. So that's gonna teach her where to put pressure into the floor with her feet and how her legs should act in that split jerk with the pulse. So taking our footwork drills into the full movement, we're gonna do something called a tall split jerk. So first we'll do it without any arms, just like we saw in the progression for the push jerk. So what Trina's gonna do is start with her feet on the line. She's gonna go into a calf raise and hold that position, nice tall body, and then she's gonna jump down into that split. And then we'll notice that when she receives it, we want her to get used to letting her legs bend a little bit so they kind of act as cushions for that weight when it comes down. So she'll reset, and the next progression for it is do the exact same thing. She's gonna keep her hands at her shoulders. They're gonna stay there throughout the movement. Good. And then the last progression is when she drops down, she's gonna punch those hands into a locked overhead position. A little bit of wiggle there, so we might have her practice this one until it feels stable. But then the final progression for this one is do a tall split jerk with an empty bar. As the tall split jerk with an empty bar is going to teach us speed, tension, coordination. Awesome. So what she also demonstrated there is a proper recovery for a split jerk. If she hits another one, we'll note that when we recover from the split jerk, we want the front leg to come back and then the back leg. And the movement's not done until both feet are underneath the barbell. So now she's ready for the full movement, which is gonna start just like a push jerk. She's gonna dip, drive, and then drop under into that split stance. That's good. All right, guys, so that's a rundown on the split jerk technique. If you want to see some more videos on some other techniques that you can incorporate into your training, be sure to like and subscribe this channel. If you want to get some coaching on your movement and learn some of these techniques in person, check out frictiongrandrapids.com and schedule an intro session.